Hello everyone, welcome to Data Engineer YouTube channel. In this video, we will talk about the large scale data analytics, like what's the problem statement and how Fabric solve it. So let's get started. So generally, like whenever we are in an industry, be it healthcare and be it agriculture and be it e-commerce, every industry produces data, right? And data is transactional, and if we talk about e-commerce industry, so we know Amazon, Flipkart, they're producing a lot of data, right? So they're everyone is purchasing something from their e-commerce site, and they're generating a lot of data, correct? And from that particular data we can get a lot of insights, like which particular state or a city is producing maximum sale, which product is producing maximum sale, and so on, right? So now data is very valuable, and we need to collect all this data and we need to process it in a right way, right? So Fabric helps us. How? Let's talk about it, right? Now for this much amount of data, like this data will be in terabytes and more than that, right? In trillions, right? So the trillions of rows will be produced, or you can say trillions of rows will be generated by these systems, and the data can be in any form. It can be structured, it can be unstructured, and it can be semi-structured, right? Now we need to process this data, and the data is very high, like the volume of data is very high. How we can do that? So let's see that. Now because we need to process all this data, so what we can do is we need two things. One is parallelism. Just a moment, let me just rub everything. Yeah, alright. So number one thing we need is parallelism, and number two thing is we need distributedness, right? So we can say distribution. Now by parallelism I mean multiple activities should execute parallelly, right? And by distribution we mean it should not happen on a single computer. So there, what we can do is there could be multiple computers, and one piece of task should be divided into multiple computers. This is how we can make the processing fast, because the data is very high. Otherwise one computer if you will be using, obviously it will be very slow, right? So these are the two things which we need. Now the question is how to solve them, how to solve this problem. So what we can do is we can use Apache Spark. Now what is Apache Spark, right? It's a framework provided by Apache, basically, which gives you ability to do parallelism as well as distribution as well, right? So it's a combination of both, and this is available in Fabric. That means on cloud, right? So now you need not to do anything, you just need to learn Apache Spark, and then definitely in Fabric platform you can leverage the advantage. So let me just give you a glimpse of how it will look like, and in upcoming videos we will learn Spark, we will see basic queries in Spark, and then we will move ahead. Okay, so let me just take you to the Fabric platform. So what I did is I just went to the workspace and I created a new notebook. Okay, so it says notebook 1, and now you can see I don't have a lake house attached. I can create a new one. We'll see it in upcoming videos. And now on top of my data what I can do is I can use any language. I can use PySpark, Spark, Spark SQL, and Spark R, right? Generally, because everyone knows SQL, so 90% of the time people prefer Spark SQL. But don't worry, you have these options, and ultimately the parallelism and everything is handled by the Spark framework internally as well, so you need not to worry about anything, right? So this is how it looks like, and based on this platform you can actually deal with large amount of data. So I hope you got to know about like the introduction about the large data handling, and in the upcoming videos we'll definitely work on notebooks, we'll create notebooks, and we'll see further things. Thank you.